All right, as we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, it is going to be windy right through the weekend. It'll gradually ease up, 5 miles per hour every 12 hours roughly. That'll improve things certainly, but it's not going to make a big difference right away in terms of the water levels, because they're going to still go up, partly because even though the winds are going down, the wind direction is becoming a little bit more of a problem, switching from northwesterly to more northerly eventually. Right now, still looking at, again, the little bit of a mix of rain and snow in some of the far northern areas here in our viewership, especially Accomack County. Temperatures rather chilly right now. We're at 46 degrees. Look at the winds, though. They're only sustained at 14 miles per hour. Typically, if I were to look at that, I'd say, oh, you know, gusts maybe into the 20s. About double the wind speed often is what your gusts are coming in at. That is not the case with this storm. The gusts are maybe triple or more what our sustained winds are. So for tonight, very windy. Tides have run about a foot above normal. Now we're coming off the high tide. Low temperature by morning down to about 40 to 42. You can see those wind streams continuing. I think this is a little bit too chilly, these upper 30s. Probably not going to quite get down there, but it's going to feel that cold because of the wind chills. Notice as we get into tomorrow, though, we still look at that northerly wind. Temperatures tomorrow struggling to even hit 50. Big storm still offshore. That gives a chance of a shower, maybe only 50 miles offshore, but it's unlikely to hit us. And then very gradually, the winds ease up a little bit more as we get into Saturday night and Sunday. Highs once again, they'll struggle to get into the mid-40s. So still, right now, we have winds over 50 miles per hour. We showed you those a few minutes ago. We're going to continue to call for that. Gusts occasionally over 50 miles per hour tonight. We reached the action tide level, or just about got there, between 8 and 11. Now we're going to slowly go down. And then tomorrow, very windy, gusts over 45. In your morning tide, tides will run about 2 feet above normal, which is just up into the minor flooding category. Tomorrow night, winds slightly lower again, gusts to maybe only 35 or 40. In inland areas, maybe 25 or so. But tides, because of that northerly component, will continue to rise. They'll be about 2.5 feet above normal. That's still only the borderline between minor flooding and the very low end of moderate. And we see moderate flooding usually several times a year around here. So in terms of total water, it's not even going to be probably the third biggest storm this year here in Hampton Roads, a little higher in the Outer Banks. Storm lingers offshore Sunday, wind gusts to about 35 miles per hour. Tide still running about 2.5 feet above normal, right on that borderline. Winds ease a little bit more Sunday night. We go back into the minor flooding category as this huge system just spins around out here a few hundred miles east of us in the western Atlantic Ocean. You can see those wind streams continue. So tonight, very windy. We've peaked with tides running about a foot above normal. Tomorrow morning, 1.5 to 2 feet above normal. Temperature of 48 degrees, very windy. And then the 7-day forecast on Sunday, only 46 for the high. Not very windy. We're just going to put windy. And in fact, inland areas just quite breezy on Sunday. The tide's still running a bit high. By Monday, we start to moderate, though a little bit of a breeze. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, another storm starts to form a little bit off to the north, but brings us milder air and a chance of scattered showers.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.